Charlie Kirk yesterday, the day before, and I don't care about him now. I don't mourn and I don't celebrate. That's strategic indifference. And I don't respect anyone who tries to tell me that I'm supposed to grieve. And I don't respect anyone who tells me that I'm supposed to be happy. What is he to me or me to him? He certainly isn't more important to me than the most likely hundreds of thousands of my brothers and sisters that you cut down in Gaza. You didn't mourn any of them, and I didn't tell you to, because I already know how you are. I already know that your performance of mourning over Charlie Kirk has nothing whatsoever to do with respect for human life. He was just a vessel for an ideology that you hold sacred. And it's an ideology that dehumanizes people. It's an ideology that disregards the sanctity of life. And we've seen that on full display for the last 2 years. So no, obviously not. I'm not the least bit interested in accommodating your weaponization of selective compassion and selective sympathy. Now, if you want to paint my indifference, if you want to spin my indifference as if it is approval of the crime that was committed, well, okay, I already know that you never do anything but lie anyway. And I know that you are from exactly the same manipulated, mutated, mutilated, and maladjusted population that created the demand that the power structure met by giving you Charlie Kirk, and that gave you his killer. Meaning you're just part of that mob in America, that same collective monster that's responsible for the American genocide of the indigenous people, that's responsible for genocides in Guatemala, genocides in Bangladesh, in Iraq, in Cambodia, in East Timor, in West Papua, and in Gaza. And you're the same collective monster that's responsible for every atrocity, every heinous crime that your country has ever committed. As far as I'm concerned, you poisoned Charlie Kirk's mind before he could even have a chance at a decent life, a moral life. And you poisoned the mind of the one who took the life that Charlie Kirk had. So spare me your...
It's about to go down. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legend Morning Show is back. Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean, that's me. Jay Black, Sexy Mo, C-Chum, and celebrity guests that you get nowhere else. That's right, but here on Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends. Go to our YouTube page, Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, and check the exclusive situation all the way out. Or catch it live. Get your comments on Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends are back.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.
We the worst records, baby. We about to create a perfectly horrible song. Y'all know I've been in the gym, and now all I wear is tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts, tight shirts. Yes, I do. Michael Sean wears tight shirts. I wear tight shirts because I'm working out some. And if I wear the right size, you won't see none of my little cuts in my arms or whatever. Short sleeve tight shirts in any type of weather. People talking trans when they see me in the street.
Your shirt's so tight, we can see your heartbeat.
Man, clown me if you want, I'm sticking to my guns. And when December comes, it's gonna be fun. You can crack jokes and treat me like a jerk, but one day you'll see my six-pack right through my shirt. And even if I wanted to, I just can't stop. I just might rock an Ezekiel crop top.
Whoa.
What? Did I take it too far? What?
Oh, the gang's all here. Happy Tuesday, the gang's all here. I'm here, Jay Black is here, Dr. Aaron Smith is here. What up? What up? After a long
Sean is up first.
weekend, and boy, it was long. This one didn't go by fast, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. This one didn't go by fast. This one did not fly by. This was, hey, I appreciate I appreciate these long weekends. Dr. Aaron Smith, what's good? How was your weekend, including Monday?
Yeah, how's my sound? I'm trying to get my sound through the
You're
Bluetooth.
good. You're excellent. You're excellent. You're
Okay, no problem. No, just studying the situation at Delta State in Cleveland, Tennessee, with Travion, brother DeMar Travion Reed, found hanging and in the middle of campus when they're about to celebrate the centennial. And of course, people might predict, they said already, no foul play suspected.
No foul play.
Yeah,
You find somebody hanging in the middle of campus.
No foul
and
play.
You don't. Yeah, that should be enough. That should be enough to say something went foul. Something's foul about this situation.
You find
But yeah,
somebody
that's why
dead.
we that's why we say what we say about Charlie Kirk. Because
Yeah.
we already know what the response is going to be. So we prepaid. We prepaid for this one this time. This hashtag Black people, we prepaid them with the energy that we knew we was going to get for our next one. So
What? Who said that? Oh, keep going. I don't know.
no, I said energy. Our energy is well invested. So now we're gonna be saying Travion Reed. We're gonna be representing for Delta State and Tennessee, and that's where our energy is gonna go. Everybody else can handle their own business situation. We got our hashtag.
Yeah, I got some clips on that. Jay Black, how was your weekend, including Monday?
Queen. What up, Ashley?
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Weekend was good. Everything was good. Eagles won the football game. You know, we got the new shirts. Push this tush. Philadelphia Eagles on Woke Up Inspired. Push this tush. You know, the tush push is in the news. Everybody hates the tush push, except if you're from Philly. But no, everything was good. Good weekend. Family's good. I got this doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I can't eat today. Lady keep making me do this thing. Yeah, everything good.
Good. Yeah, the tush push is out after this year, so win the Super Bowl. But whatever you do, win the Super Bowl because it's done after this year. It's all over. So win the Super Bowl, Jalen. Win it now because it's over. Right?
More than Afro Queen.
And let me tell you, Eagles. Let me explain something. And I know there's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about this because you're trying to win the game. When you do it back-to-back times in front of Roger Goodell,
KT,
you basically said "fuck you," and Roger Goodell is going to make sure that the tush push is out next year.
No, you do it twice because you're trying to score a touchdown.
No. I just said you're trying to win the game. But understand, when you do it twice back to back, you're telling Roger Goodell, fuck you. And Roger Goodell is saying, okay, y'all better win the Super Bowl and make sure because it's out next year. And I think it's unfair. I'm not even an Eagle fan. I'm a Jalen Hurts fan. I think it's unfair because unless you can prove that there's something that's causing more injuries during the play, even though the play, every offensive lineman will tell you the play is brutal. It's a brutal play to actually do. It's a brutal play for the quarterback, but nobody talks about it because nobody cares about the health and wealth of. They care about the wealth, but they don't care about the health of these players. But yeah, when I saw that, I said, wow, yeah, they're gonna make sure that that's done next year, and any organization that votes for it is gonna catch hell, just like the Cleveland Browns caught hell for giving Deshaun Watson a $250 million contract. My weekend was great because my favorite sport, my most primitive sport, the sport that is so disturbing, and I'll admit it right now, boxing is a disturbing sport. It's disturbing in its business. It's disturbing that boxing is the only sport that a person outside the country can come over and take it over, and our dumbasses celebrate it. If a foreigner took over the NFL, it would literally be a revolution in this country. If a foreigner took over baseball, there would literally be a revolution in this country. But we'll let the Arab dude take over, and hey, he's just putting the fights together.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. I said, the Arab dude sitting in the front row next to Marky Mark. Now he all up in the ring behind the boxes. I said, who? Oh, he paid for this. Oh, he's the funding guy, so they got to let him do what he want to do.
Yeah, he's the promoter. And listen, boxing is unlike any other sport. Boxing will let you know it is for sale. There's no every sport is for sale. Boxing will tell you straight up it's for sale. Every other sport will say there's no racism in its sport. Boxing will let you know there is racism directly in the sport. Yeah, he was you normally will root for whoever looks like you. You will know that, not me, because I love boxing, because I'm a Terrence Crawford fan. I was rooting for Terrence Crawford, and finally I was satisfied that he outclassed Canelo Alvarez. So it's the only sport that is out front, it's up and out, and bizarre things happen on that telecast. For those who don't know, I'm gonna take you. This is my selfish moment. There were over 41 million people who watched the fight. Damn. So that's the calculations. It broke all types of records. Yeah. The fact that if you were a Netflix member, you didn't pay a pay-per-view is what I've been saying. And Dana White has got the deal for billions of dollars that there'll be no UFC pay-per-view. So I guess they linked that into into the boxing, where if you are a Netflix subscriber, you watched it, it's smart. You're going to get more views. You're going to be able to sell your commercial time for more money. You're doing Super Bowl numbers now. And now you can charge up everybody for every commercial that was there. I was like, pooh, I can only imagine how much money. And Netflix gets to milk the game for itself and promote their stuff that they want to promote in front of over 40 million people, letting you know. That's the whole point of commercials, y'all. The whole point of commercials is that a lot of people get to watch them and a lot of people get to see what you're promoting, and Netflix cornered the market. Somewhere Hulu, Paramount, Disney were pissed that they didn't take the chance to actually have over 40 million people watching at one time to every commercial and every promo you had for every single show. That being said, boxing is wild. There are so many things that happen. First of all, Max Kellerman is in the middle of all types of controversy. You don't know Max Kellerman? He's one of the commentators. He's a very good commentator. He was off his game Saturday, but he followed the script that they normally. You got to understand, the favorite is not the person you think is going to win, is the person that the organization would like to win, because if they win, the next fight will create more money. It's not who you want. So when you listen to commentators for years on HBO, for years on Showtime, they will defend the guy that they're leaning to by their commentary, which was Canelo Alvarez. They spent 6 rounds telling you eventually Canelo Alvarez is going to catch Terrence Crawford. They told you they spent 7, 8 rounds. Max Kellerman was he was over the top on Canelo. People, this thing that Canelo is bigger than Terrence Crawford is a lie. It's a lie. Physically, Terrence Crawford was taller, had the reach, and when they were inside, could grip him up and say, "You're not moving until I say you're moving." Period. If you watch the fight, you know about boxing. Clinches are one of the most important parts of a fight. Clinches let the other guy know this dude is really stronger than me, or I'm really stronger than him. When somebody clinches you up and says you're not going to move until the referee says that you're going to move, it's a whole mindset that goes, oh shit, I'm not bigger than this guy and I thought I was. Terrence Crawford outclassed him. Terrence Crawford is brilliant. Terrence Crawford is masterful. Canelo Alvarez is a great fighter, y'all. For him to be able to beat Canelo Alvarez like that, it has nothing to do with Canelo Alvarez not being great. It has everything to do with Terrence Crawford being brilliant. Being brilliant. Not only is he down to fight, the only reason he didn't try and stop Canelo was because his corner said, stick
box
to
him.
playing.
He ran. No, Crawford did bounce around a little bit. He was running.
It's called angles.
Boxing,
People say you're running. When you create angles, you step one way to the right, you step one way to the left, and all of a sudden the guy has to reset the punch that he was about to throw.
Yeah.
And that's
why
you do.
Get into that? Why get into that in that moment when you're outboxing them? Just keep boxing. You want to win on points. You want to win round by round.
But the point of it is when Crawford decided to stand in front of him, he beat his ass in front of him.
He still was catching him. Good morning, Rashida.
If Canelo wanted to push the issue, he could have stopped him. But they said, let's stick to the plan. And it almost bit them in the ass because they were trying to rob Crawford.
Yeah, I don't think he knew how bad they were leaning.
They were trying to rob him.
Scorecards, some of them scorecards.
If Crawford would have lost that last round, we would have had a draw.
Because it was 113.
Understand that. Just understand that. Now, the allegations that are being put in front about Max Kellerman and I just thought he was nervous. The post-fight interview was horrible. He looked nervous. He looked like he had never done it before. I've seen him do 1 million of them. Yeah. I've seen him do huge fights. I don't know what was wrong with him. But now there are allegations that the reason why Max Kellerman was so weird
tweaking? They say he was tweaking out there? What are they saying out there?
It was so bad. I text Mike. I said, yo, what's this boy? He got some Parkinson. He's sick. Like, what's going on? He's shaking and nervous.
I'm going to play this clip. I don't believe this clip, but I just want to play it. I just want to play it. I just want to play this clip about Max Kellerman. Hold
on. Let me talk my ish. So listen, y'all. This just came in. Breaking news. Your boy, Max Kellerman, the one that was commentating the Canelo and Terrence Crawford fight. Now I understand now. This what happened, y'all. He put $3 million for Canelo to win the fight, y'all. He put $3 million on it. Now I understand how he was commentary. He was just ratting on Canelo. Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford is throwing punches, but it's not affecting Canelo. It's not doing none of that. And I understand why he was talking crazy. He was talking crazy.
Now, I don't believe, I'm not going to take that, but I'm going to tell you once again about boxing. Boxing is the only sport that people who take part in the match can openly say they're betting on themselves. No other sport can an NFL quarterback say, I just placed $1 million bet that my team's going to win. They would be taken out the league. They would be removed from the league. Floyd is legendary for betting $5 million that he's going to win the fight. And I don't believe that. But it's possible.
Max got money like that?
Yeah, Max made a lot of money with ESPN, and they paid him out when they fired him. They had to pay out his contract when they fired him. And he made a lot of money with HBO for years being a commentator. And he made a lot of money for having a big radio show in Los Angeles with the other dude, a former football player. They had a big radio sports show that was going on in Los Angeles for years. I don't believe that he bet $3 million.
Yeah, a lot.
But if it came out, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't believe it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Now, Mike, I think you have a career commentating for boxing. Thank you. And your dad have an appreciation for boxing since our teen years. Thank you. Max Kellerman said some shit during the fight that had nothing to do with the fight that was so bizarre. That when he said it, when I'm watching a fight, the commentators irritate me, but rarely do I let them, because I score the fight. Like, I score the fight as I'm watching the fight. Yeah. I gave Terrence Crawford 9 out of the 12 rounds, and it took a lot for me to figure out what rounds I was giving Canelo. I gave him 9 out of 12. That's a wipeout. Ain't nothing. But during the fight, there was a round where Max Kellerman made an analogy that I said, what the fuck did he just say? And I looked at my dad, and my dad was like, what's that got to do with anything? I'm gonna play the comment that he made.
What did he tell him to do? A tush push? He told him to do a tush push. He said wrong sport. Dude. I gotta see this one.
Dude, this is during the fight, and he quotes the great James Toney during the fight, comparing Terrence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez were getting into and standing his ground and all this.
The great James Toney used to say, you need to bring ass to get ass. And Terrence Crawford is bringing ass tonight.
I don't know
what. I remember when he said
Terrence Crawford is bringing ass tonight.
Please listen to this again, please.
You need to bring ass to get ass. And Terrence Crawford is... The great James Toney used to say, you need to bring ass to get ass. And Terrence Crawford is bringing ass tonight.
Nobody next to him looked at him like, yo, they didn't. Nobody else commented after that. Like, yo, not even just pause. But what are you talking about, man?
So KT said I was struck when he said that. Now, I was trying in my mind as I'm watching. I said, is he trying to say when a dude comes to the club and he brings a chick, he brings sand to the beach to get more sand?
No. They say you gotta give some to get some. You don't get hit coming in here swinging. Yeah. No, I've heard that term. It's just the way he said it in that after part. He put a little punctuation on it with the bringing ass tonight. Like that was extra.
Ass to get ass, and he's.
No, I've heard that. People say that. Like you're gonna leave with some lumps. You might win this fight, but you're gonna take some. You're gonna bleed too. They bleed just like us. I've heard that before.
This is what I want to tell Max. Max, stop trying to find a moment. Stop trying to find a moment. Stop trying to be.
Say nothing.
There was a point where Terrence Crawford was landing a combination on Canelo Alvarez, and Max Kellerman was telling a story about a famous fighter named Billy Conn. He was telling a story how Billy Conn was a lighter weight fighter who had moved up and fought to the last round to win that. I think it might have been a heavyweight champion and got knocked out in the last round. Terrence Crawford is lacing Canelo Alvarez. And fucking Max Kellerman decides he's going to be Bill Cosby and make sure he finishes his fucking story. And he's going to tell the story while Canelo Alvarez is getting punched in the face multiple times. But back to the bring ass to get ass. There's certain terms that I know, maybe said in the gym. There's certain terms that I know, like Fearless has heard that before. If you say a term that over 40 million people, the majority of them ain't gonna know what the hell you're talking about, you might want to just not say the damn term. But bring ass to get ass. Max Kellerman, they got videos of his hand shaking while he's interviewing Canelo Alvarez. And I don't know what was wrong with Max. He's a veteran. I know you haven't done it in a while, but you're a veteran. I don't know what was wrong with you. All I know is that you disappointed me thoroughly, and I wish Andre Ward would have just talked more. Andre Ward was the other commentator. Because you damn near came close to ruining my experience watching one of the most satisfying fights that I've seen in like maybe 10 years. What were you doing, Max? What were you doing? And did you bet $3 million on a fight? And was that why you were shook Knight at the end of the fight? Was that why you were so? Did you think you had some inside information, or you thought, or you knew those scorecards were gonna come out crazy? But
he said I lost $3 million.
I lost $3 million.
I'm gonna go upgrade right away though. I'm gonna go upgrade real quick.
So,
and shout out to everybody 40 plus that was able to stay up. I was fighting with my eyes too, Mike. It was late. That fight was like 1 a.m. I don't know. Was you was bright eyed, bushy tail?
That was bright. The fight is in Vegas, y'all. It's a 3-hour difference.
I was like, damn, but it ain't usually that late. Usually before about 11:30, 12 o'clock, the main event. Come on.
You can't have the main event in Las Vegas at 8 o'clock at night.
No, I said the main
yes,
event.
You can. The main event started at like 12:30, something like that. You can't have the main event start at 9 o'clock. Take a nap, people.
I'm tired.
There's
not to mention, I first took the first 20, 30 minutes trying to find a legal website to go watch it, or didn't realize it was regular Netflix. I'm like, wait, Stream East down. What's the other site to watch these pay-per-views on? But no, I caught the whole fight. I thought it was dope. You know, all the people that came out. It was a very entertaining fight. Crawford earned it. He won and earned it. But when I heard them scorecards saying 115 to 113, so it was damn near a draw. I said he only won by 1 round. Nah.
If he loses the last round, it's going to be a draw. I forget the other score. I think 2 of them had it 115.
No, he was up with the other one. He would have won by majority decision.
He would have won by. It would have been a majority draw because it was 2 cards that had it 115. I thought it was 2 cards that had it.
It was 2 that had 115, 113.
So it would have been a majority. You would have won a majority draw, and everybody would have tried to start some controversy about it. Listen, I enjoyed it. All I can do. Then Canelo made the comment that Terrence Crawford was much better than Floyd Mayweather. I can't argue somebody whose personal experience, y'all. Does he like Floyd? No. But I can't argue somebody's personal experience.
But you can't say somebody's better than somebody from 2013 when he, like, how many years ago was that?
If I fought both of y'all and both of y'all punched me in the face, I have the right to say who I think was better.
But you're much older. That was over a decade ago. That was a long 12 years.
Yeah, he's much better. He's much better. Canelo Alvarez is much better than when he fought Floyd.
The young Floyd versus the young Crawford. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I thought it was shady for him to say that.
It's all hypothetical, but Terrence Crawford has a lot of advantages. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you. Terrence Crawford has the reach advantage. He has the height advantage. He punches harder. I don't know. All I know is that everybody arguing over what Canelo Alvarez said. How are you going to argue somebody's personal opinion who actually experienced both fighters? Just let him say what he said. And if it was shady, it was shady. Floyd been saying shady shit for years.
Ain't Floyd about to fight Mike Tyson or something exhibition?
Yeah, like who we got respect for? Like, we let Mike Tyson get away with this shit because we like Mike Tyson. Well, y'all like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, they cheer every time they showed him on the crowd. Hey, everyone loves Mike Tyson. Everybody loves Mike.
He got a one-man special coming out that's gonna drop before the fight. He's fighting Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather is 150 pounds at best. At best. If y'all pay for that, y'all is dumb as
pay-per-view. Yeah, I gotta
y'all deserve whatever y'all deserve to. If y'all really think that Mike Tyson and Floyd, after Mike Tyson made an agreement with Jake Paul not to hit him hard, you think Floyd, who's literally 50, maybe 70 pounds lighter than Jake
You
Paul.
won't pay to see it because you just a boxing.
Oh, I
geek.
would never pay to see that. That's ridiculous. I would never pay to see that. Y'all enjoy.
Somebody let me know the new website to watch these streams. I need the new updated website. Canelo got robbed. My man said right here. He said Canelo got robbed.
Well,
he playing. He got to be playing.
What you should do is you should talk to Canelo. You should tell Canelo that he got robbed because Canelo didn't believe he got robbed.
Yeah, he admitted he lost.
Canelo didn't believe he got robbed, and Canelo allegedly, rumor has it, walked away with $150 million. So who really lost?
Yeah, and they asked me, you want to do a rematch, Max? Like a rematch of that? We don't. That's too soon to say that. Like I just saw you get beat.
There's no reason. First of all, Crawford would take the rematch because Crawford knows now he could end it. It would be worse. A rematch is the same reason Errol Spence didn't take the rematch clause. It would be worse. Oh shit, Dumb and Dumber. I'm watching on Twitch.
Oh,
all right.
Diane
Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh shit, Dumb and Dumber getting ready to rumble. Yeah.
Oh, Tyson and Floyd.
Jake Paul got Mike $10 million. He got him more than $10 million for the fight. He got him more than 10, and it was rigged. And y'all let Mike get away with it because y'all like him. No, never again will you get me. Never. Never again will you get me.
Watch when the time to come. You're just too much of a boxing fan.
I promise you. There will be the only fight that I would watch is Gervonta Davis fighting Jake Paul, maybe. Canelo got robbed. He wanted to lead. People, young man, tell Canelo that. Canelo was in the ring and Canelo doesn't agree with you. Canelo was in the ring and he doesn't agree with you. The man who lost doesn't agree with you. So I'm not even going to go back and forth with you. If you believe that, I don't even think you're a real person. You have to be a bot. Nobody in the world who watched that. And who cares about the world? Just ask Canelo if he lost. Canelo said himself, I couldn't figure him out. He was better than me. I couldn't figure him out.
He did in all aspects, yeah.
He said, I couldn't figure it out. I tried everything I could. So go DM Canelo and say, hey, Canelo, you're wrong. Rewatch the fight. Don't be gassed. But Max Kellerman was rooting for Canelo Alvarez the entire fight. What are you talking about?
It may be a bot. This may be a bot.
It has to be a bot. Canelo got gaslighted at the moment. He will watch the fight and he will be able to see. Oh, now you're correcting Canelo too. Now you're correcting the guy who got punched in the face. Now you connect. Now you want to tell him when you watch this, it's not gonna feel as bad. It's not gonna feel as bad once you watch it. Please stop it, Blu-ray or whatever your name is. Please stop. It wasn't even. It was he will stop Canelo. Canelo won't fight him again because Crawford will stop him. Will stop. And I should have bet the money I should have bet, but I didn't because I was right all the way. Every pick I had this weekend won, and I ain't bet not one red cent because if I would have bet one red cent, it wouldn't have worked out there.
Well, congratulations to Terrence Bud Crawford, undisputed, all around pound for pound,
and is undefeated.
Undefeated. Was the
so when you say because I know you Floyd Mayweather groupies want to always talk about undefeated this. Guess what? Terrence Crawford's undefeated. Says that's all that matters. He's undefeated.
Rashida's for those that don't know, Rashida's everybody's cousin. From A-Rod,
everybody's cousin.
Everybody, any celebrity you could think of.
Charlie Kirk's cousin. She's Charlie Kirk's cousin.
No. Because she said her cousin was a part of Gervonta Davis' team, Barry Hunter. Yeah, all right. I believe you too, Rashida.
I believe you too.
I believe
you, Rashida. And I believe that Charlie Kirk is like the seventh cousin. And you realize when you were doing your family tree.
You're stupid.
But they trying to do crypto scam boxing version. That's why they gave it to girl. First of all, everything you're saying makes no sense. You would you get double return if you bet on you. It makes no sense because if Canelo wins, the rematch is bigger when Canelo is a winner. You make more money with Canelo. Canelo has a whole country behind him. Canelo don't even he's the one fighter, and this is what the thing about American fighters. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, you lose, we still rock with you. The next fight, we're still buying a pay-per-view. We're still watching. We don't desert you. Canelo is going to fight again, and millions are going to watch again. But there's no benefit. Why would you want Terrence Crawford to win? You're not helping Vegas. Matter of fact, Vegas lost a gang of money. Arabs bet on Crawford. First of all, how would you even know if Arabs bet on Crawford? How would you even know?
You can stop me. Yeah,
how would you? How would you even know? How would you even know the cash flow that's coming through Vegas straight from Arabs? How would you know that? How would you get it? You had better luck getting the Epstein files. The fuck are you talking about? What are we doing today? What are we doing today? Anyway, so Crawford, Nick Cannon, and more madness going on. So did you see Nick Cannon was on the Breakfast Club?
No, I didn't. I missed it.
Nick Cannon said some stuff that I was like, really?
About his baby moms, all a bunch
Nick
of kids.
Cannon made basically made an admission to watch the fight. I watched it. You're talking to somebody who's already no, you're talking to somebody who's already watched the fight, the entire fight 3 times. What are you talking about? I've already watched the fight 3 times. Just look at the punches landed. Just look at the punches landed. Just look at the numbers. Clarissa Shields was saying her 2 cents. God bless Clarissa Shields. So Nick Cannon got on the Breakfast Club and started talking about why he had so many kids. And,
he did talk about the kids.
And I was like, okay, so this is what Nick Cannon had to say about having so many kids. This is the reason he believes he has.
And all those kids was a response to your trauma.
Yeah, 100. Now I'm learning that now. Yeah, and it wasn't like I was acting out. It was more of being careless, being frivolous with my process because I could do it, because I had the money, because I had the access to whoever and however I wanted to move. And, okay, they coming at me, they asking me, opposed to like doing a mature thing and saying, hey, well, it would probably make more sense to do this. And then obviously life happens as well. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna go have 12 kids. It was more about like, yo, I'm gonna just live life and have fun, and whatever happens, I can handle it. When it probably, being almost 45 now, I can sit back and be like, yeah, if I would have thought the process through a little bit more and took time to actually do the inner work, things might have been a little different in certain scenarios.
You wouldn't have 12 kids.
I don't know.
Listen,
I was right. Redeemed. We're gonna let you take your point on this.
You were right about what?
We battled, man. You battled over this, but keep going. Let me go. Let me hear how you gonna change up your perspective.
No, that's bizarre. What is right? What do you mean? What were you right?
I was saying that he was wrong for having these kids and not being in a home, and the kids need their dad in the house. But you saying he got the money, he could take care of this, and I would say no. In the middle of the night, when that kid wakes up and scared from the boogeyman, there's something like having your dad there, or when you need this moment. It's so many moments that a father needs to be in the house. And I was saying, wow, how it was so important. He was wrong for having all these kids and not actually being there. You kept talking about financially, he could do this, but he can't do this because he's traveling, making money. We went back and forth. But now Nick is... You had to find that one, because I never said it was good that he had 12 kids. And now Nick is saying, yeah, I probably shouldn't have did that. I never said it was good that he had 12 kids. You were defending him having the kids and saying that it's okay. And I was saying that it's not. I'll just have to say I don't remember that. You, and when they're sick, and it's just certain things you need. It's just good to wake up and need that dad there. Yeah, I never agree with having 12 kids, but I'll just have to agree to disagree. I never agree with him having 12 kids. I didn't know where you was about to go, but he just said, yeah, it was based off trauma, and I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have rethought that. I should have having 12 kids. I thought he should have rethought it when he did it. I thought he shouldn't have done it to begin with. I thought he shouldn't have done it to begin with. But before I get into that, I want to say, Nick, thank you. That is transparency. That is true transparency, saying vulnerability. That is true. He sounds stupid now. But this goes back to the point of I'm saying I don't think we understand what a responsibility it is to have a child. I don't care how much money you have. I agree with everything Jay Black said. So I'd have to go back to that. You didn't agree then, because we went in. We were going heavy. I remember people thought we probably had issues with each other. We was opposed. We were battling on that topic. We were battling. I said, man, there's something about being in the house. And you was like, nah, he got the bread. As long as they financially, they got the money, the mom's taking care of the. I remember we went in.
Okay, well then I don't agree. I don't agree with him having the 12 kids, but
I think you just wanted to debate me, just trying to.
I don't agree with. We knew it was something wrong. Because I remember saying there's no way you can know 12 kids. There's no way you can know all 12 kids. And when I mean know them, there's no way you can know what everybody's allergic to.
Unless you're all living together. Unless you're all
under the same roof. And even under even under the same roof, it would be difficult to know. Even if you saw it, you got to really go like, okay, who are you? You really got to go.
He said, "Who are you?
Who are you?"
He took it to who are you? He said, I was thinking allergies.
If I had 12,
who are you?
Are you the one that's allergic to grass? Oh no, okay, no. Oh, okay, that's
like
I had 11.
You gotta be like,
who got the peanut? Which one had the peanut?
Who got asthma? Who got asthma in here? Who got asthma? Somebody got asthma.
Oh God. Immature and rich.
Immature
and immature. But this goes back to my point of saying we do not take getting somebody pregnant seriously. We don't put it on the level of what you're supposed to put when somebody is having your child.
We do now after we have them, but now.
Yeah, after you. Well, some of us.
You're right. Yeah. But yeah. We in here. We know.
Like Afro Queen remembers the argument. She said it was an argument, but it was over whether we could whether he could take care of the kids well or not. Like,
financially he could take care of the kids.
Well.
Like,
but there's more than taking care financially.
So financially he could take care of the kids. Listen, I give him credit, but I don't know how you didn't. Well, listen. He explains more. And for everybody who throws the word narcissist around, because you people throw narcissist around.
Everybody learned that word last
fucking illiterate bitches.
Gaslighting and narcissists. Those
and when I say bitches, I mean men and women. You illiterate bitches will throw narcissists around. And I've said this before. If I don't like crust on my sandwich and I ask for crust to be cut off my sandwich, you'll say I'm a narcissist. And I'll just say, I just don't like crust. It has nothing to do with
a crustless narcissist.
I'm a crustless narcissist. Yes, that's what I am. Like, because y'all throw it around and y'all use it and the word gaslighting. Y'all use it and y'all misuse gaslighting. Simply because I don't agree with you doesn't mean I'm gaslighting you. I'm not a bit. So he also talked about being a narcissist. And I thought this was interesting because unlike everybody else who throws the word around because they heard it on Oprah back in the day, and then they started hearing it on TikTok every day, he actually had a breakdown. He actually had a professional decide.
Toxicity. I used to, from being diagnosed as a narcissist and all that, like I would like, that's the type of stuff was like,
that was cute.
Yeah, like, yeah,
you
my
got
ego.
Diagnosed?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't know you got clinically diagnosed.
How do you die? Like, how does that work?
It's a process. You got to have the right psychiatrist or even psychologist. They both can do it, but it's like a 3-week process to where they do a in-person verbal interview that you got to answer all of these questions at a certain pace. Then you got to fill out these forms, and then it takes about a month to come back. And then it's a spectrum, and it tells you where you land on the spectrum of NPD. And luckily like the far end of the spectrum where a lot of people associate narcissism with, where there's the lack of empathy and rage. I didn't have those. Like, those are the things where like people they're so into themselves that it's dangerous. But all of the, the self-worth and, believing that who you are and that you're, a unique individual and your word matters more than most. Like, I had all of that. And you know what I mean? So that you have to do the work. Then once you've been diagnosed, you're like, oh, wow. So even in dealing with my children or dealing with the mothers of my children, it's like, now I'm equipped with saying, oh, yeah, I'm probably gaslighting when I'm doing that. Or, oh, you know what? I could probably present this a little softer, or at least with a little bit more compassion, because my nature is to be like, what? I created this. I'm that. And then it's like, but that's not helping. You know what I mean? We're not looking for resolution. I'm just looking to be right and really feeding my ego.
I thought that was interesting.
Mike, you might got that. You might be narcissist, Mike.
I know you're not talking.
No, keep going.
He gaslighting. He gaslighting you, Mike. He gaslighting you.
No.
Gaslighting.
Any man who says, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. I know. You don't even want to.
That's big of Nick. That's big of him, though, right? Everything he just said, is that big of him?
That's growth. That was growth.
Well, Sean said you're a narcissist, not a psychopath. Listen, I don't know. I don't know if I want to call him a psycho. I don't know. It's just still on the Breakfast Club. I don't know. On Stace, I don't know. Either way, I don't get a W9 or W2 from them, so I don't know. Wow, I'm shocked. Narcissism is really considered a mental disorder. There are approximately 4 to 5 stages of it, based to extreme. Yeah, and you know, so when y'all throw this around, like stop. Did Jay just say that, Craig? I know. I know. I
gaslighting you, Mike. You know, that's all that was. Don't fall for it.
I didn't play the other clip because I didn't have time to get it because I saw another one before I flipped the laptop open. The other one is where he admitted that there's one child that he spends the most time with.
Oh.
And he spends at least 3 full days with the one child because of the relationship.
We got it can't be the twins because they're joint package. So it got to be one like a solo kid with one of the big. How many?
He shouldn't have told nobody that. He shouldn't have told nobody.
He got one kid. He spent more time. Oh, I got to figure this out.
Well, he said it was because of the relationship he has with the mother. So the mother allows him to have the child 3 to, I think it was at least a minimum. He said 3 days a week. And some people thought he shouldn't have said that. And listen, I can't disagree. If you feel he shouldn't have said it, you should have said it. You know, I've said this statement in joking, and I've said it in truth. Sometimes the truth is overrated. And I know that
having a good relationship with the mom does change things because there's more welcome, is more open, is more open dialogue. The community, like that changes a lot, and they also can push you away too.
Oh, he's got 6 of them. He's got 6 of them.
We played that clip where somebody I think the girl said, you know, the guys aren't leaving the babies, they leaving the moms.
And
like that.
Our relationship should control how much you see your kid.
If it shouldn't, as long as the problem between us isn't making you go to court and try and stop me from seeing the kid, or you're purposely trying to make it more difficult for me to see the kid. So, you know, there's a, but
I'm feeling gaslit now. I'm feeling triggered. Mike spent my life out this joint. Now you right, Mike. Amen. No, just kidding.
But if you got 6 baby moms, just think about it. If you literally do anything 4 out of 6 times, right? If you're successful at doing something 4 out of 6 times, that's a good percentage.
Yeah, that's really high. That's 80%.
But the problem is when you're doing it with relationships with baby moms, that means 2 of those baby moms have multiple kids by you. And now those kids ain't going to have the same relationship with you. And these are human beings. So the percentage really ain't that good. If it ain't 6 out of 6, the percentage is bad because somebody's being affected.
And we saw that with Diddy's kids. Diddy's kids are a great example of that because you could see the chemistry. You could see the difference in who got the most time and who got raised in the house and who was before he was really rich and who's Albie Shore's kid. Like you could see all of that, you know, even and I think Will Smith's family the same way. When they showed all the kids together, you could see the dynamics were a little different, you know, and how they felt embraced, how they felt part of the family and all that.
And you know, I mean,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, he got 6 baby moms. Okay, I'm just looking at the different.
Yeah, he got 6 baby moms. He got 6. He got
Mariah.
6.
Well, we know it ain't Mariah. So Mariah. Then he got Brittany Bell, Abby, Alyssa Scott, Bree Tessie, and Lanissa Cole. So yeah, so he got it. That's a lot. So whoever's the nicest and playing a part, whoever ain't got a dude, one of them, whoever's single, because that's probably the one that he can be around the most. Because you single, you ain't got no dude to keep you away, so that changes things too. Then they probably strategically not with some dude because they know my baby, they on that K-Day thing. You know, they on that K-Day like, no, this one got my heart. And this is where I'm holding everything for.
You got 6 of them. You can't even mention if they have a dude or don't have a dude. You can't even mention if they have a dude or don't have a dude.
What do you mean? Why can't you?
You got 6.
You got 6 of them.
Don't get mad at somebody else for having one.
Yeah, you got 6.
Well, you different. Well, you know, it's a better.
You're a narcissist.
It's a deeper connection.
It's Nick's world. It's Nick's world.
And some of the dads are getting raw deals from the court. I'm not trying to go to anybody into that situation.
Wait, hold on. That's the term right there.
Alienation is real.
I was studying that this weekend. One of the good points they made, just not to get too deep into it, they were saying how everything you do is wrong, and they create this narrative, that makes the children not like you. And one of the good ways they expressed it was, if you don't show up for something, they label you like a deadbeat or you're abandoned. If you show up and come around, I thought about Kanye buying a house right next to Kim K. They call you a stalker and you're doing too much. Once I dealt with parental alienation, I was like, man, if I had the money, I would move right next door. I would make sure that my kids had no excuse.
Kanye tried that. I was.
No, they called him crazy stalker. They was like,
no.
I remember thinking, you can't win. You can't move next door. You can't move away.
I said he's trying. He's trying. The man move like. Yes, I'm with you on that one.
He was making songs about it.
Listen, just to push. I don't think I'd purposely try and move next door. I would try and move around the area,
around the corner.
Yeah, I would try and move like.
Now we can look in the window though. That's
yeah. I don't want like
they close their shades, Mike. Like
good morning, Nick. I gotta tell you the story of me and Nikki going to Uncle Charlie's R&B cookout, the concert at the Mann Center.
Okay,
you went with Nikki White Chocolate?
No. I went with Monique.
Oh, you said Nikki. I thought.
Yeah,
okay,
we call her Nikki Mo.
Okay.
And she like weeks ago, she called me and said, "Yo, would you like to go see Charlie Wilson?" I said, "Yeah, how much are the tickets?" And she was like, "No, they're free. Just pay for whatever, the gas and whatever. Just, I've known Nikki since I was like 13 years old. I think even younger than that. I've known the whole family. Miss Jenkins, rest in peace. DJ Cam, the whole nine. But before you move next door, how's the relationship? I'll get into the story.
Mike, I agree with Mike. Not next door. Not next door. Yeah.
Next door is a lot.
That might be.
Yeah, I'm getting the video.
Around the corner.
In the same, maybe in the same town. Like I literally live
same zip code.
Yeah, I live 13 minutes away from Stacy, which is nothing that was planned.
That ain't enough for me. I live about 11 minutes away, so I do have to be closer than that. I got to be where my kids can walk from school to my house.
Walking distance.
I got it. My kids live across the street from the school. So in order for me to get in that matrix, I kind of got to be on some part around that same block.
And people should commend you for relocating and moving closer to them, even though they didn't consult you when they moved further away. And you still trying to do what you need to do.
This has nothing to do with Dr. Aaron Smith, but you have to see what the motives are. Dr. Aaron Smith's motives is to be part of pickup, of part of walking to school, of being part of that. Other people want to be part of seeing that somebody is coming into the crib that ain't you. So,
that's all you're right. Not next door. Not next door at all. Not next door.
Yeah.
Not next door.
I was gonna say, where the hell was I at? Okay. So Nikki White Chocolate, you wasn't there. So but let's stay on the topic with Nick Cannon. I don't know. Listen, I
thought you were giving Charlie Wilson story. What?
Okay, I'll get to. All right, let's get to Charlie Wilson.
Yeah, I think they want to hear that one more than Nick Cannon.
I was trying to do the opposite of AGD. I was trying to stay on topic, but y'all want the Charlie Wilson story? I'm gonna give you the Charlie Wilson story. I said it yesterday on 94.7 The Block. So Nikki hits me weeks ago and says, "Do you want to go?" I'm at work. I'm like, "Oh, I'll go." And then she says the ticket is free. So who's not gonna go with a free ticket? I'm in.
Put my sketches back on. Let me put my sketches back on.
It's Nikki. There's Mo. There's no pressure. It's me and we've been hanging out. She goes to comedy shows with me to Harlem and all the good stuff.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to smash. Ain't got no friends.
Yeah, there's no pressure. I can wear whatever I want to wear. I ain't trying to do I'm good, right? So we get there. So this is the lineup, y'all. The lineup is El DeBarge.
Oh, you old school.
KC. Not Jodeci. KC.
Okay, Casey from Jodeci. Okay.
Babyface.
Babyface. Okay.
And then Uncle Charlie.
Charlie. First name Charlie.
All right. So the ticket, when we pull up to the man, we're walking up. The ticket says 6:15, right? We realize as we're going back. I said, "What time the show starts?" She said, "I think 7 o'clock." I was like, "Oh, all right." Nobody's stressing, right? So as we're walking, I happen to look at my phone. It says 6:15. If you ever been to the Man Music Center, there's an outdoor area with an indoor part of it. As we're walking at 6:15, we hear, "I like the way you comb your hair," and I said, they done start. What in the promptness is going on here?
And why they start with the barge? No offense to everybody else.
Well, that's the line. Looking at their lineup.
That is Charlie Wilson, the barge.
No,
that'd be me.
All right, so we get in. I gotta pee as usual. We get in. We get our seats. Somebody in the seats. That goes smoothly. We move them out the seats, no problem. And we got good seats, right? So El DeBarge is on there. All right. I'm not going to slander any of these legends. Jay said, oh, why would you put El DeBarge? El DeBarge was exactly where he should be.
That's what
Oh, dang, for real?
Just going to say this about, and no slander. Thank God for hit records. Thank God for hit records.
Now, how many of them was up there? Just one DeBarge?
No, there's only one. There's only one DeBarge, and there's only one out of Jodeci. There's one DeBarge and one out of Jodeci.
Got you.
So L goes up there and he hit one note. He hit one note.
I take my comment back. I take my comment.
He hit one
I'm
note
about the group, you know.
And I give it to him. The track was, we go from this song, we go to 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 this song, and good night. He may have sang every 15th word. Like it like that, and he even said, "Oh, they finally fixed my mic." I heard him do that. They finally fixed my mic.
I like that. I like that one. I like that one. I've been singing the whole time. They
fixed it. Now y'all can hear me. Y'all can
I was sitting there going like, I didn't know this at the time. But I realized later on the show, everybody else's mic was fine. But listen,
right out the gate, right out the first note. This
is crazy.
How y'all doing tonight, Philip? Right out the gate.
But he did hit the one high note. Like, listen. Once again, those records, his songs, those DeBarge songs, are such classics that you don't even care.
Everybody else singing already, right?
Everybody else is singing.
They got it.
That man, let me tell you something. If that man, and this is gonna be slander now, but it's not. It's not.
Go ahead.
First of all, let me explain to you. One of the most tragic lives are the DeBarge lives in music history. No family. They can rival any family in tragedy. They can rival any family in the battle of substance abuse. They can, I mean, you literally have Bobby DeBarge, the other DeBarge who's living in a trailer home right now. This is the people who wrote these songs. If that man could literally perform, he would be headlining and making quadruple the money. Because if he actually performed, if DeBarge ever, the ones that are still around, could perform, I would pay to see that concert. Anyway, bottom line is, it was track. So next up, KC comes up. It's KC's turn. It's just KC. KC gets on stage, and being somebody who performs, I know the smoke and mirrors. I know you have a certain alignment of time that you have to do. You got to fill that time, and you got to figure it out. It's just KC. It's just KC. KC gets on there. He's on stage for the first two songs. He says, this is Charlie Wilson's R&B cookout. When you're in a cookout, you get to mingle. You mingle in a cookout, and I'm going to mingle tonight. And I said, oh, okay, all right. After the second song, now listen, I don't know if it's the second or the third song. I'm just telling you what it felt like. After the second song, he gets into the crowd and starts walking around the crowd. Mo just sent me the video. He was in front of us singing. In front.
Oh, right in front of y'all.
No,
he do his usher. He's trying to get usher on. He had no cherries though. He had no cherries. Like usher.
But now
Mike was screaming.
No, I was like this. I was like, this is a greasy looking motherfucker. Boy. I was like,
not greasy.
But KC can still hit those Jodeci notes. Like, he still hits those Jodeci notes. He's a bit bloated and everything like that. But hey, what you want? People, he did the next 7 songs walking around the crowd. You know who I felt sorry? You know, I felt sorry for the security, because he would just point and security would have to go to the section. He came to our sections like 3 times. He came right in front of us, like, so every woman over 60 was literally like this. They was going crazy. I saw one woman actually
over 60. Why over 60, Mike?
Yeah, I saw
40. You could have said 50.
Mike said a little older crowd. It was older
Come
crowd.
over here, Kay.
It was a mature audience. I
got butterscotches for you, Kay.
Hold on. I saw one woman This was the craziest thing. I saw one lady on the other side of Nick do a video, take the video, and post it on Facebook. Like actually went like this, went to a thing, posted it on Facebook, and was like, pow. And I said, wow, you are on fire, girl. She posted that whole thing. All right, so he does 7 songs. He's all over. He goes upstairs. The only people who I know was pissed off is the people who paid extra money to be in the front row because you had to look at the screen to see where he was at.
Because he worked in the crowd. He said, I'm out in the streets. I'm in the crowd.
And remind you, before we say Usher did that, Casey and JoJo were doing it. They've been doing that. Yeah. They've been doing that in clubs. That's why I heard a lot of the crazy stories that went on when, the intoxication was popping. He did his thing. He never left the crowd. By the time he got out the crowd, he got back on stage and basically said, good night. What? Facts on facts. I enjoyed it. No, he did a lot. No, he did the
all
joint.
In the crowd.
He
did the joint.
He
did it.
And the Casey and JoJo.
He did it. They take my money. He did it. And
Mike got the video. Mike was
like this.
Like you were singing with him.
And the only reason I didn't video, true story. The only reason I didn't video is because my battery was low and I needed the GPS to get home properly afterwards, and I didn't want to be on red because I needed to cut through. But Nick, I wish Nikki would have sent me.
Mo, send it to me, Mo.
She sent me a bunch of videos, right? She sent me a bunch of videos that she took. I was thinking, she even got me. She caught me. I was singing. She was like, I didn't even know. She was like this. I was singing. I was like, oh. I was in my zone. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. Whatever, my lady. So you're having my baby. And
people have been copying that though. People that ooh yeah, like people using a lot of them riffs. Them Jodeci riffs, a lot of people been slipping them in.
KC did his
Trey Songz and others.
And I said, listen, God bless him. He not one of the members of the group that couldn't sing. He was the main, like him and JoJo. They were main. They sang. They could sing, like, and he did it. He was still, ooh,
he was doing the duets with Mary on his own back then. When Casey was dating Mary, remember he was on 411 album and all that.
He said, y'all want me to do some Jodeci? Y'all want me to do a little Jodeci? Everyone's like, ah. But he did it. He did it. He got back on stage. I wasn't mad because I'm section 200. I was row 1 for damn near 3 songs.
Upgraded.
All I had to do was move like this, and I could have taken a selfie with him in real life. And that's how close he was, right? It was a little awkward too because we made eye contact. That's all.
I don't want to do anything else. Lately,
that's what I've been saying. Come and talk to me. We made eye contact. I was like,
remember Martin Lawrence was singing with him on the Martin show? Remember Martin got out there, he was singing with him. He took his shirt off. Martin got up on stage at the Barnell Hill show.
So remember, they are on time. The Barge gets off. It's like a 10-minute intermission, 10 minutes. Boom, KC's on. Boom, KC gets off. And now it's Babyface. Now, before I tell this story, I want to tell y'all something. I realize Babyface is iconic. Yes. I realize Babyface is one of the most prolific writers ever.
They don't want to do verses.
I realize what Babyface is. But I have never had a desire, ever to see Babyface live. Ever.
It was like on your to-do list.
I didn't even know he was on. I didn't even know it was on the show. And they were like, I saw the face. I saw the face on that. So I guess Babyface next. And I was like, all right, well, let's see what he got. I said, let's see what Babyface got.
He was like, "Oh, I remember these songs."
Now let's see what he got, though. Let's see what he got.
I want to make this very. I want to make this very clear before I say this.
Who that? Kai Cenat that didn't recognize him. The one that didn't recognize him.
I want to make this. I want to make this very. I want to make this very clear before I get into. I would like to thoroughly apologize to Babyface right now. I had no idea what the fuck you were about to do on that stage. Babyface came out on that bitch. Never cracked, never broke a sweat. Came out on that stage and lit that motherfucker the entire way up. I'm telling you the entire way up. Let me tell you the most awkward moment I've ever experienced at a concert. The most awkward moment I've ever had is getting turned up to Whip Appeal.
You got that whip appeal. Come on, whip it on me.
You start doing your R's. You start
whatever you want.
Dude.
Whatever you want.
What? He had that place in a frenzy off of Whip Appeal. I'm telling you, it was up here. That part that you said, and you want is all right with me. And we was like, come on and work it on it.
You were swaying, Mike. You were swinging, Mike.
No. Hold up. Forget the swaying. This is what was so confusing. It wasn't swaying. People were like this.
Oh, they were rocking. He had the place rocking.
They was rocking like it was a Wu-Tang song. They was like this.
Babyface ain't nothing to with.
Dog. When when the song ended, the crowd was like, and I'm like, I guess I said he must be done, right? That motherfucker casually dapped himself up, took a little drink out of whatever he was drinking. He came up to that microphone. He said, I'm about to do every song I ever wrote.
Oh, that's what LaShawn just asked. Did he do the songs he wrote? I was like, oh shit.
That's that Prince move. Prince
This
do that.
son of a bitch started in 1985. And a big screen. There's a huge screen behind him. And it has the Billboard charts. And he starts in 1985. And he starts a song from the group The Deal. And he starts with songs with After. Then he starts a song. He goes to After 7. And then he does a verses by himself. He does the After 7. Then I don't know the exact order. There's a part where he says, I've been writing for women since I was 3 years old. I wrote the women's anthem. And he has Karen White on the screen singing Superwoman.
Superwoman. Wow. Okay.
Now he's singing his part. Mike was singing. Yeah. I was singing.
Mike was getting it
on everything.
Background check.
Now, dude, remember, he has the videos of the artist behind him actually doing the song. This son of a bitch goes into his Bobby Brown. He wrote the whole fucking Bobby Brown solo album. He wrote everything.
My Prerogative album, he wrote joints on
He's
that.
doing My Prerogative. He's doing Every Little Step You Take. And you got young Bobby on the screen performing.
And everybody dancing in the crowd, remembering that.
And you're realizing that Bobby Brown was a kid when he was one of the biggest stars in the world. He was a kid. Babyface came out to my seats at AZ, started singing to my ex-wife, and then put us up on the screen. And I was sitting there like, bro, why you have to come over here? I get it. That didn't happen. KC took care of that. KC saved my girl. I wouldn't even be worried about it. But listen,
he got that Nat King Cole energy. That just be cool. The cool in you. That's a Babyface. The cool in you.
He started with cool in you. He then starts dancing a little bit. Like they start doing a little Bobby Brown dance. Now he's 67. He's doing the Bobby Brown dance. He got a $300,000 necklace just glimmering, just going plap, plap, just plap, 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 plap. He got the Versace jacket that says Versace all over it. He's doing his dance. We're going like, oh shit, baby.
67?
Dog. He goes to TLC. I felt bad for TLC because we know he robbed TLC. And he's still robbing TLC because he had TLC on the video actually singing the songs that he wrote for TLC. And we're going. And we're going. And there are more artists. And there are more artists that you didn't even know. And he's singing more songs in the crowd. The point where he took it to Whip Appeal, I didn't think he could take it higher than Whip Appeal. He's got us now singing with all these artists, and he's chiming in, doing his part, and then he's chiming in and doing and it's going. The crescendo is crescendoing, which is not a word, but it's going all the way up, all the way up. It's all the way here, dog. It's all the way here.
Keep getting it in. Keep going.
So stop. Take that off real quick, and then we can go back. We can bring it back. And then it stops. And the lights dim where all you can see is the screen. All you can see is the fucking screen. He says, now I'm going to do the songs I wrote for and with Whitney Houston.
He said,
wow. Okay.
That was the build-up. Now we gonna go
I almost yelled out, "You motherfucker!" I almost yelled it
You
out.
mother.
Crowd, dog. The lights dim, the screen is on, and Whitney's face pops up. People are choked up.
Yeah,
She is singing. She and the shoot whatever song they do. Yeah, it's the wait and the exhale song.
And the whole crowd getting it.
Dude, she sings, it's like 2 or 3 songs. She's singing the songs, people. Whitney Houston is in concert singing the songs. And after she gets done, the crowd erupts. You know what he says? Good night. Thank you, Philadelphia.
Wow.
Where's my bombs? He says, good night. Thank you, Philadelphia.
He let her close out the set.
That sounds good. That sound like I would enjoy it. As much as I was about to
I looked at Nick like I said, what the fuck did Babyface just do? Right? We're like, yo. And guess who had to follow?
Over 125? Oh my gosh.
Hold up. And guess who had to follow that shit?
Well, it wasn't Charlie.
72-year-old Charlie Wilson.
Well, Charlie's a performer. I've seen him before.
He would have had to lit himself on fire.
No, Charlie performed. He got smash hits. He's dancing. He got he has a dope performance.
Dude, I heard that Anita Baker did Babyface dirty during the tour and got him thrown off the tour. And you know what? I agree with you, Anita. You should have thrown him off the tour.
Throw him off too.
He was making it too tough for everybody.
Stage me every night.
I can't follow that. I can't do this every night.
You don't want this Babyface smoke. You don't want that performance, dog. You don't want the strategy and the strategic maneuvers that he did to take it somewhere that you literally, I was stunned. Charlie Wilson is an icon. Charlie Wilson is an icon. Also, Charlie Wilson is 72. Also, Charlie Wilson has gone through recovery. Like he said, he went from riches to rags. He went from rags to riches and riches to rags. Wow. He was homeless. The man fought prostate cancer, had prostate surgery. He had 2 surgeries on his back, and he said he needed 2 surgeries on both his knees. He still needed surgeries. People, let me explain to you. Charlie Wilson is the man. He can't follow that Babyface.
I was like, what Babyface? He got some joints, whipping pill. He ain't got no bunch of songs, but if he doing all the ones he wrote, that changes the game because that's a bunch of artists, a bunch of different feelings.
Before he went into the ones he wrote, he killed it. And Charlie did his thing. I'm not saying Charlie's
got a lot of songs on his own. He got a lot of his own songs.
I'm not saying Charlie Wilson did poorly. He did not. He performed. He did his thing. He was even frustrated with the response Philly was giving him because that audience, 50 and over, had gotten the life, no pause, sucked right out of him. We just watched Whitney Houston close the show. Ain't nobody following that on that night. Ain't nobody.
Yeah. That's like when Jay-Z brought Michael Jackson out on Hot 97. It's like, what you gonna do now?
What you gonna do?
Who's your cameo? Like,
what are you going to do? And when I tell you, listen, first of all, Charlie is
the barge.
They should have put the man. Ain't no way.
Charlie Wilson.
The barge,
Charlie Wilson and Babyface.
Most of the time, you can have Babyface in the background vocals on songs he wrote. Okay,
dude, it got so bad. Listen, and Charlie had the gap. He was doing the
gap, man. He's the voice.
He had us
gap,
rocking
man.
the outstanding at the end. He did an emotional testimony on life. He talked about God, and I was feeling it. And I'm not telling you in no way. Do not take this that Michael Sean is saying Charlie Wilson didn't do his thing. He did. Just being honest with you, that crowd had been destroyed, had been simmered, had been baked, had been cooked by Babyface, and there was nothing that you could do afterwards, especially when you're 72 years old and you've been through what Charlie been through. He had a great stage presence. He had a great band and everything like that. They did all they could. They did everything. They did everything necessary to fight back. But it was Babyface's show, y'all.
Marcus said he saw Babyface and Fantasia was the headline, and he outperformed her too.
Wow.
And Fantasia is a beast.
Yeah, Fantasia is a performer.
Dude, I'm not even telling
the songs bring so many emotions. When you go through the Bobby, like all the songs he wrote, like he's taking you on a roller coaster. That's what he's doing. You're going back to a certain time. You're singing. Yeah.
But let's be clear. He had them captivated on just him performing. That was the last part of the performance. He did all his joints. He had them. He could have left it whip appeal, and I'd have been like, he killed it. When he did the verses by himself, he just took it to a place that you couldn't. I said, God, when I sat down as a performer, I was thinking, what can Charlie do after that?
He was trying to help him. He's trying to figure it out.
Because when you got to jump into your joint and be like, pow, 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 pow. Like you can't let him breathe after what Babyface did. You can't let him breathe.
Did he take a long time after Babyface to come out? Because I would have had to come out like right away.
No, they took the normal 10, 12, 13 minutes.
He should have been like, give it up for Babyface.
And this is what I knew it was
DJ come back out, DJ play a little bit of music.
Yeah,
this is what I knew it was a problem. On the video screen, Charlie Wilson's name was spinning right before he performed. And normally when that headliner's name starts spinning, the crowd starts getting the
moment you all been waiting for.
Without anybody saying nothing, the best thing to do is just to have the name spinning, and they let that bitch spin. And I was like, ain't nobody gonna make no noise. Y'all don't see the name spinning. It's going around. It's going around and around and around. And they was just people were still muttering, and then finally the lights dimmed, and then there was a little cheer, and then he came out. I don't want to follow Babyface. I'm gonna tell you right now. I know they all get in the bag. I know. Leave that man alone.
Leave that man alone.
Leave that man alone.
Terrence Crawford of the live performance game.
Oh, man. And you know what's funny? You know, vocally, he's just a singer. It's not like he's impressing you with any notes that he's hitting. He's not impressing you with hitting a high note. He was just whatever you want is all right with me. And no,
you don't gotta do much. You don't gotta do much.
I will never ever speak one slanderous word about Babyface. You're right. You were right.
You were right.
I was.
Got it.
Craig said R. Kelly is the only one that can really, or Babyface, they can only two that can give each other.
Somebody said that he can't.
I do not like R. Kelly concerts, y'all. I do not like R. Kelly.
No, R. Kelly, as far as the hits, R. Kelly has a bunch of hits, and then he wrote for a bunch of people.
Yeah,
that could really be something.
I've been for the station. I've been to an R. Kelly concert. I left, and then I watched the R. Kelly. I can't watch somebody just do one verse of every song, and then I don't know. And I like DJs to play one verse of every song. I like a DJ at a club to play one verse of every song.
Next, get to the next verse and the hook. Next verse and the hook.
They said R. Kelly only wrote 19 Billboard top 10s.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing on Babyface about them number ones.
Can't play with that. He said Babyface got 100, 125, 120.
I don't care. Yeah, Charlie said it. He said, I don't care. I got paid already. When as a comedian,
it was bad. Yeah. The crowd wasn't either. I already got paid, so I got my money.
I mean, there were a lot of people leaving. There were a lot of people leaving, and a lot of people stayed. I want to make it clear, y'all. Charlie did his thing. Charlie did his thing.
No, once you said that line, it changes.
Remember, Charlie is going through, he's going through a lot. Like, it's a lot to ask a man to actually.
He didn't get that reaction.
Don't try to save him, Mike. It's good. Once he said that, my teacher used to say that. In school, when the teacher had a nervous breakdown in the middle of class, that's the first thing they would say. When you knew your teacher had enough and was ready to quit, yes, I got my education. I get paid either way. Y'all can learn if y'all want to learn. Put your heads down. Put your heads down. No, I'm getting my check. Y'all don't want to sit here. Y'all don't want to learn that?
And I didn't even say this. And the shameful part about it, and I didn't say this to Nikki when we drove because we were talking about the show. I didn't even say this to her. In my mind, I was like, y'all need to appreciate because this could be the last run. For Charlie Wilson.
At that age, 74.
Because he kept saying, I'll keep coming back. But I was like, this could be the last functional run. They might send him on a run where, you know what I'm saying? They might send him on a run where they're just sending him like they did to Richard Pryor.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Ali.
And they sent Muhammad Ali on the tour.
He's 72. Charlie, he's 72.
Yeah, he's 72.
He's 72. Okay, he got
But
time.
in
You got
what
Gladys
he's
Knight still out there.
yeah, and her family is suing the caretaker because
Yeah, that's true. That's
his
true. Bad
performance was
example.
good. His performance was good. Let me tell you something. If you eliminate Babyface out of there, I'd have been sitting here being like, "Hey," but
It was cool. It was an average show.
Yep, I got. But that and I appreciate the tickets. Thank you, Nikki, because seeing that reminded me of what it is that you got to have a strategy when you perform. You have to have a strat. Listen, there's a strategy on performing on these spots. Babyface, 26 number one hits, 13 Grammys. Yeah, he was showing Grammys.
He got more number ones than R. Kelly got top 10s.
No, he had Tony Braxton up there. So we forgot the songs he wrote for Tony Braxton, and it just went on. I said it at a certain point. I said, "You showing off right now. Now you showing off because this is ridiculous. Because there was no way you could deny the next. It's not like you would be like, yeah, but I didn't really like that song. No, every song that he was doing was a song that at some point was getting played 6,000 times on the radio, and you were just sick of hearing it, but you liked the song, but you were sick of actually hearing it. If he's going through that much, he should have came out after the bar. No, we don't want to do that. It wasn't that drastic. It wasn't that. I think I could have done 30 minutes after the bar. I think I could have. I saw Charlie a few years ago, and you can see the age. He's a real and you could see the moments where he's almost like, I can't do what I used to do. But you can say that there's seconds. They're like a minute or two where he's like, oh boy, I used to get it. I used to get y'all.
That Bobby Brown vibe. Bobby Brown be doing it. He be like,
yeah.
Y'all ain't know nothing about this here.
Bobby.
He be doing that show. Every step I take, turn my kneecaps. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. I think Babyface wrote the whole damn album, the first solo album for Bobby, because it just went song. The Truth About Roni. That's when
oh my God.
That's when Nick caught me singing Tenderoni.
This sound like a Babyface song.
I was like, she's my Tenderoni, my heart. I was like, what?
It sound like Babyface.
Took you back to the mid 80s.
The 90s, yeah, it was the 90s.
Bobby Brown came on 88, 89, 90.
Yeah. That's exactly it. So that was the cookout. Uncle Charlie. It was a great show. Exactly.
That was better than the Cannon. That was much better than the Cannon. See, I'm glad. I'm glad you segued. That was perfect. Perfect time. I mean, Nick is cool. No respect. You know, Nick get enough attention. He a narcissist.
He a narcissist.
Nick don't need no more. Nick don't need no more attention. We have him backslide.
Oh man, I enjoyed it, and that was my second show. I enjoyed it. That was I saw Nas over there at the Man. Shout out to the Man. Oh, you know what I did? So Nicky, being a friend, said, "Do you mind if I get a drink? Right? If I get a drink?" I said, "Yeah, go ahead, get a drink. Like, go ahead. I'm not drinking. Go ahead, get a drink." So here I go. Talking about, let me pay for the drink for it. You know what I'm saying? That's the least I can do. Because I was supposed to pay for parking. There was no paying for parking. I was supposed to pay for gas. I was going to get gas anyway because I had to go to New York the next day. Technically, I felt bad. So I get my debit card up for this one drink.
What's the guess?
That motherfucker was
$22. I was like 22.
25.
Oh, I was close.
For an ounce of liquor.
No, it was a big jug. It was a big. And then if I read the sign right, it said to refill, they broke it down by $2. Instead of 25 to refill it's 23. I said,
no, come on. If you're gonna refill it, give me a big discount on the refill.
I said, what?
Come on, Elvon. We refill.
I said, thank God I'm not drinking because I would have spent $300 up in there. Like, it would have been nothing.
The refill should have been 15. The refill, if you say 25 for the original, the refill 15. The fact you charging for the refill, I guess, but you know.
LaShawn said, unpopular opinion. I like Rock with you all day and all night more than Roni. I mean, I can't argue with what your opinion is.
That's a good debate, though. That's interesting.
Yeah, I think one of the best songs on Thrill is "Lady in My Life." Nobody brings up "Lady in My Life" on Thrill. That nobody brings that up. That's all. It still be true. And shout to Nikki, because Nikki did one of the gangster things, being a veteran drinker. She did one of the gangster things. They gave her this joint in this big ass plastic thing with a bunch of ice, and we went back and got a cup so she could pour that ice out and just put the liquor in. I said, you know what? That's what I'm talking about. Respect the liquor.
Conversation for a therapist would be to have a recovering alcoholic paying for drinks at a bar. Like, that's too much.
We weren't at a bar. We were at a facility at the Man Theater.
Shouldn't be near drink. You putting your card up, paying for drinks. That ain't where it's at. That's wrong.
Where exactly do you think I'm gonna go where I'm not gonna be around drinks? I celebrated my
be at the bar and paying. That's too much temptation. Like, that's a lot.
I paid for the drinks for my daughter's birthday.
That's still a lot
for the adults.
That's a lot. I wouldn't encourage someone that's an addiction to something to be there partaking in, even though that's doing too much. But I'll be speaking my mind.
I don't know. There's no.
That's too much.
There's nothing you can do.
Don't mess up these free tickets though, Jay. I want just don't say nothing. Don't say nothing to mess up the plug on this free ticket. They knew each other for a long time. They
did. Trust me, paying for a drink ain't doing nothing.
Maybe she just gave her the card. Say, hey, go take the card and go ahead, and I'm gonna wait over here.
You think I'm gonna spend my life running from alcohol my entire life? Like, where do you think? What sporting event am I gonna go to when I go get a hot dog at a Sixer game? What I'm gonna do? Not look at the sign right next to the hot dog that says beer $20? There's somebody buying a beer right next to me.
Them prices help people stay sober. Them prices will keep you sober.
Them prices will keep your ass sober.
I said, what comes with the beer? A woman? Would you?
No, yeah. Can you sell? Does the orgasm come separately? Like, what's going on? Like, what are we doing?
Beer with a side or what? No, beer with a side chick. You
need what are we doing? So that was it. Oh my God, that was an interesting text from All right. Let's see what else we got. So anyway, that was it. Shout out to Babyface. That was something that I enjoyed it. It was nice. I don't really have anything ratchet here for y'all. I got
you got clips though. You got clips.
We'll get to not the team, but the college student. But let's just watch JD Vance lie. Let's just watch a direct lie. Let's just watch how directly they lie. They just lie.
Saying, and I quote, "Black women do not have brain processing power to be taken seriously." But if you go and watch the clip, the very clip she links to, you realize he never said anything like that. He never uttered those words.
If we would have said that Joy Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist.
The what?
But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
He says exactly what JD Vance said.
He didn't say it. You just said it, JD.
Actually, it was worse. He was actually naming names of individuals. He didn't just say generally black women. That was even worse. First of all, one thing for clarification. I'm sorry, it's the professor in me. What job did Michelle Obama have? And what job or responsibility or role did Michelle Obama take from a white man? She was the first lady.
I have no idea.
He talking about back in the day when she was his boss? Like what? That didn't make sense. Michelle Obama. That's what that proves to you. They just see a black woman successful, happy, unbothered, and they got an issue. Because Michelle Obama ain't take nobody's job. She didn't take nobody's job when she was Barack Obama's boss. She didn't take nobody's job as the first lady. Like, what? Now she's an author and everything else. She's not taking anybody's job. He's naming black people. And it shows he don't really know that many black people.
Well, that was JD Vance. He stood in for Charlie's podcast. He did the podcast and he told people, if you see anybody online celebrating Charlie's murder or death, report them to their employer. So he told anybody, report them to their employer. So
they saying posting his words is a problem. So like they act like that's an offense as well. If we just post what he said, people are getting in trouble for that, for posting what Charlie said. Quoting Charlie is a problem now.
Hey, and listen, there are people who got problems with the way the black community is handling this also. I mean, there are other pastors who got problems with what's going on in other black churches.
They having moments of silence in black churches all over the country over a man that was racist and a white supremacist. How dare you compare him to Martin Luther King? The only thing that Charlie Crist and Martin Luther King got in common is both of them was killed by a white man. After that, they got nothing else in common.
Hold up. I don't know if he said Charlie Crist by accident. It almost like he said Charlie Clips, the battle rapper. He said Charlie Crist. I think black people need to start doing that because white people for years have intentionally distorted black people's names. Tupac, Farrakhan, they know what they're doing. Islam, they know what they're doing and they say it wrong on purpose. Yeah, maybe we just need to start doing that too and just start, Charlie Click, Charlie Click, Charlie Cope, we just screw it all up.
Yeah, they was Kamala.
Kamala,
they were doing it on purpose.
They like doing that. So from now on, Charlie Crist. Shout out to Dame Dash, Chris Charlie Crist.
So
what's his name? I didn't know.
They had a visual at the White House where Speaker Mike Johnson was saying, the things that Charlie stood for. He was shot because he believed in certain things, and I'm just paraphrasing. This is one of the things he believed in. Mike Johnson. I just want to tell you one of the things.
My day better. I want to see him on a public block and get him be publicly executed, and I think that would be justice. You think children should have? You should see it. What is the age? At what age should you start to see public executions?
16. I think you could do it earlier. I think you maybe at age 12, whenever 6th grade or so. You are a person. They're old enough to. You don't need to like really wallow in it and have them be broken on a wheel or anything. But if it was something like chopping, if we had a guillotine or something,
I want to watch that execution. That'll make my.
You dumbass nigga.
I don't know what the matrix that we're living in is beyond. They were discussing when a child should see a public execution. I didn't make that up.
But he's not a Christian. Like you can't, like somebody who follows Jesus, right? Okay, follows teachings of Jesus, recognizes him as Lord and Savior. Jesus was executed, crucified, lynched, however you want to describe it, right? How would you follow Jesus but advocate and celebrate crucifixion and witnessing state murder in public? Like the last thing you should be doing if you love Jesus is being like, yo, we should bring people to the town square and lynch him or kill him or hang him or crucify him in front of everybody, even the children. Like there's few things more antithetical to the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus than to celebrate crucifixion. Like that is really fundamentally kind of insane and just scholarly incorrect. Like you can't celebrate people being crucified in public and be like, but I like Jesus though. That one guy that got crucified in public, I like that one. He was cool. But the rest of them, we should keep doing it. Like he wasn't no Christian.
Oh, LaShawn said, did you know Martin was said to be killed by the doctor by not saving him in the hospital? Yes. Someone just told me that last night. Did anyone else hear? Yes.
Oh, yeah. They said.
So they refused to help save him at the hospital.
They said pillow over the face. Some of them said. They said the cops took turns spitting on him. But yeah, it's a different story.
So
I think Donald Trump knows that if we celebrated like this for Charlie's death, he already knows how it's about to go down. And that's why he's trying to put a big damper on it. Don't celebrate. Nobody celebrate death. Because he knows, like I've been intimating, if they did this to Charlie, all go when you go. You saw the dancing moves they doing? They'd be like, Charlie, lean. They said eventually they lean to the left. They was like, I heard they selling bulletproof turtlenecks. The jokes is cut. They got a song out. You saw the song? They stream it all the time. They got dances. So Donald Trump already knows if they did this to Charlie Clips or Charlie Cabell, I don't know. If they did that to Charlie, then you already know when Trump goes, it's up. They're gonna do parades. They're gonna have to come with the tanks like Bill Connor because we gonna celebrate.
I don't even know, like,
and we're not celebrating his death. We're celebrating the end of tyranny. When they sung Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, it wasn't, oh, this woman's not with it. It's we're back to normal. We're back to restoring balance. We're back to goodness. They were singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, not because of her physical mortality being realized. They were singing Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead because all the colors started coming back into the world and people started feeling free and becoming themselves again. That's
do
what
you
we
agree with that
celebrate.
cancel culture that they're saying? Tell your employers if somebody laughs or celebrates or says anything that's not in favor of Charlie, they'll report them to their employer. Do you believe that
If
now
you're
in the day
celebrating
about
death,
this?
maybe. If you're literally celebrating death, then that can be a possible issue, right? Because there's moral clauses and how you represent the company. But if you say Charlie Brown, Charlie said, I don't believe in empathy. And then you say, maybe he was onto something. I don't think you should get fired for that because that's what Charlie said. Charlie said empathy is a bad thing. Charlie said empathy is a made up thing. He said it was just made up recently, even though it's been in the dictionary for years, you know.
So I love human beings who say you shouldn't celebrate death. We have celebrated every war we won.
The national anthem says no refuge can save the hiring or slave. The rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting. What do you think happens when bombs burst? But they sit there with the tears, bombs bursting in air. What do you think happens when bombs burst in military conflict? People die. Then they later in the other one sung, we talking about them black ones that went to fight for the British, you know, the red coat. Nothing, no refuge could save the hireling or slave. We hunted them down, we killed them. They can't win because our bombs was bursting in air. The rockets' red glare. Ain't it beautiful? The niggas is dying. Shut the fuck up. Sorry, Charlie. Lean to the left. Crisscross. Pop your collar. Pop your collar. Okay, let me stop.
And you're gonna get us suspended for that one. Watch. I'll let you know right now.
That's people say, you know, they swag.
No, I'm talking about they play that clip.
you
You gonna get us suspended for that one. Watch. You think Kanye West and Amber did, but hey, don't forget the backup is TOL. Michael Sean TOLs. That's the backup page. Michael Sean TOL. Michael Sean TOL. Michael Sean TOL. Just remember that.
You talking about on Twitch or we talking about YouTube? Which one?
No, that'll be the backup on YouTube. On Twitch is the Takeover Legends. On Twitch is the Takeover Legends. Just letting you know.
But Michael Sean TOL.
Yeah, Michael Sean TOL.
Yo, just to make sure you always remind people that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is still barred from every social media platform. While people do George Floyd challenges, Charlie Kirk, Clowley's Merck, what did they name? Charlie Merck, Charlie Kirk, Charlie's challenges. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has been censured on the floor of Congress and is currently banned from every social media platform. So, your community standards are nothing but new age black codes and hypocritical lies. I don't care what you say or what you do. You have no credibility, and I'll never respect you because there's nothing that the Honorable Minister ever said that was anything close to what I see. They let grandmothers twerk with their butt. Hold up. Who do you think is watching these videos? You think it's mostly grown people or mostly underage people? Nobody talks about this. When you see twerking videos of grown women, children are watching these videos. So you're literally exposing yourself to children every day. Nobody wants to discuss it and talk about that element, you know, and like, is there major age checks for these OnlyFans pages? No, children are on all these sites. So they let grandmothers and mothers dance in front of children provocatively with no clothes on. But for some reason, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is the one who can't get on Facebook and social media.
Listen,
they already declare war.
You either want freedom or you don't. You either want freedom or you don't. You don't.
And Malcolm told us what it takes to get freedom. It's never been a bloodless revolution.
And that's absolutely right. But I'm gonna say this freedom of speech thing. You can't pick and choose when you're free to say something. A person shouldn't get fired.
Yeah. Charlie Conundrum was a free speech advocate. We need to remember Charlie for free speech, but while they canceling everybody else's free speech.
What you want to fire people?
Charlie. In the name of Charlie, you cancel people.
I told you somebody sent a complaint to my job saying that we cheered. Said we cheered Charlie. They lied. But my thing is, and I said it to the powers that be, why did you even respond to that if you know it's a lie? You know it's a lie.
Good point. Sometimes
nobody cared enough. Nobody cared enough at 5 o'clock, at 3 o'clock to all of a sudden cheer. No, nobody.
Yeah. Plus, people didn't know that boy. What happened to that boy? He was talking, so they put it to that boy. What happened to that boy?
So you know, but the madness continues. Just made conundrum just made me cargo.
Conundrum.
Hold up. JD Vance took over
his podcast.
Charlie, what was it? Charlie Candy Corn. He took over his podcast for the day. Like,
yeah,
they gonna need a substitute, another sub. Like, when JD Vance is done, they needed somebody else to take over. Like, Charlie ain't gonna come back to do it. Like, you sure you should still call it Charlie's podcast?
Oh, in his honor, they gonna do it. They gonna have a statue. They gonna what? They're about to memorialize this dude.
Well, that's good, because when the Hebrew Israelites be saying that this is the devil the Bible speaks of, and this is a hypocrite and a liar, and that he deceives, enslaves, and destroys, and there's no truth in him, and he's the author of confusion and lies, people look at the Hebrew Israelites like they're talking crazy. When the Honorable Elijah Muhammad stood in the 1960s and 70s and said, this man is the devil, this man is a mutation, this man is a recessive mutation, and he has done nothing good in the world, all the great wars, the only people that could say they never bombed people and all that is these 70-plus African nations. Like, when they were like, oh, you're doing too much, you're so militant. So now I like that the devil shows his face and expresses himself as a hypocrite, a liar, a killer, a deceiver, and a man really for wanting evil. So go ahead and make statues of haters, make celebrations of Nazis, so that my people could finally stop being on that Candace Owens nonsense and see you clearly face to face for who you are. You demon, you devil, you liar, you hypocrite. I love it, because I'll be at Thanksgiving dinner trying to argue with my family. They don't like you. Oh, I'm in my job. And right now, they be like, dang, I don't think they like us. Michael Jackson tried to tell you. Everybody tried. And they don't care about us. Like, now they know. So please keep celebrating Charlie so my people can finally see the truth. Make my job easier. I'm tired.
Asha sent a great video, and I didn't get to upload it. And let me see if I can send it to Jay. Just so y'all can see the hypocrisy that goes on. That is so...
It's almost been going off in the comments.
Let me see.
Side chick energy. That was his one black friend. They saying the Candace Owens. I don't know. They got videos of them singing R. Kelly.
Yeah, she said she's gonna reveal text messages and all that too. Yeah, yeah. And Cash Patel just said they found a letter that was destroyed, but the letter was destroyed, but they were able to recover some evidence of the letter to know what the letter said and Charlie's last words. And everybody wants to claim his legacy, but nobody's showing the evidence of these text messages. Like, and then his wife with that suspicious behind, speech she gave, was she giggling and laughing?
Yeah, Ty said, chill on the Israelites. They be wilding. They
do, but when they say certain things, like when they quote scripture, people don't even hear the scripture they're quoting. So when people are saying things, Satan, like they're saying certain things that seem to have some resonance, not just the curses.
All right.
Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. But you can talk like that when you have a white husband. Yeah. Candace, well, she thinks she can, at least for now, because she got all that money. She thinks she protected. She thinks she's different. She's going to get another wake-up call up.
Yeah, it's a scary society. I mean, it's scary. Just when you think, listen, people, it's going to keep getting worse. It's going to keep getting. It's going where it's going, man. It's going where.
But I don't know if you saw. France, the government, is completely imploding because the African nations are refusing to let them leech off them any further. And people have been saying for years, if France wasn't able to exploit Africa for 3 to 7 months, it would collapse. And what Macron and all them are showing, they're making announcements, you can Google it, France has collapsed because Africa is saying, we're not letting you get $500 billion from one nation, and you're not going to control our money, and we're going to keep our gold. So for one people, it might look like things are going wrong. For another people, it looks like redemption. It looks like a cleansing. It looks like a return and a rebirth of ancestral energies. And we don't need to worry about investing in hate, because that interrupts your claim to land and your connection, right? Because that's how people end up getting pushed out of lands and lose their cover and lose their covenant, with high power. So we don't need to hate. We need to be celebrating something totally different. Celebrate the fact that we're finally standing up. We're finally coming to realization. So focus on your health, focus on your family, save your money. Don't even spend no time with these demons and these devils, because the world has a way of having karma be full circle. And all the enslavement, right? The one that you enslave, that's what the book says, right? You shall be enslaved. So let people go into slavery and suffer the consequences of their actions and just keep it moving, because Africa is rising and Africans all over the world are taking notes. Jamaica's saying the same thing. They're owed reparations. Africans in America are owed reparations. And all it takes is somebody to say, F you, I'm not your slave. I'm not working for you no more, and you owe me. And everybody's on that type time. So Charlie collapse. That is not Kirk's. Charlie Kirk.
So when you see the video that Asha sent us with Charlie singing R. Kelly with Candace Owens in the car, you realize, yeah, they're singing. He's singing. It's like Murder Road.
Wait. What year though? Because before she got married, she still had the same type.
She let me
you
see.
wanted to play that?
Yeah. I mean, we can only play a smidgen of it because there's a song playing in the background.
Yeah, they said England's next. And the UK.
But he's singing the words. They're in the car, and he's hanging out with Candace.
How does Charlie know R. Kelly songs if he don't like black people? Oh, that's how they always been. Since the Cotton Club, come in the back door, let us entertain it, but then leave. You can't eat in here, but you can cook for us.
You already know. You
liar.
You get it. You know, a hot
So
song comes on.
it's about to go down.
Once a hot song comes on,
his work you will do.
Once a hot song comes on, it pops off. All right. Those are all the clips I got today. Unless you got something, Jay. Unless you want to play odds, because that was a.
No, I was trying to find a backup page. I saw this other one. It's the TOLs on YouTube. I didn't see Michael Sean TOL, but I tried to put it in the link in the comments, but it doesn't show up because I guess because it's a link. But is that the backup page you're talking about right there?
Oh, I said we were going to make the backup page.
Oh, we got one then. I already got a generic one from before. So TOLs. So if there is a backup page needed, TOLs. And if y'all can see it in the comment, it'll be a link if y'all on the live channel.
So the backup page is just TOLs, not Mike Sean TOLs.
Let me make sure. Yep, it's TOLs at TOLs 5313.
On Twitch is just the Takeover Legends. We should have made it generic. That's what we should have done.
We probably can change the name, but let me just do this now, just in case.
Might be making shit up. What did I make up? What did I make up? I wasn't even talking. Like, how could I make something up? I wasn't even talking. I don't know. Everyone wanted to be a nigga, so they treated like one. And Shelly
on Twitch. What up from Twitch?
All right, Shelly, I see you, girl. Yeah,
because
you know,
profile picture updated.
I see you, Shelly. All right, Shelly. I see you. I see you over there. Exactly. Behind the scenes, they embrace us, but in front of their white counterpart. Sometimes, listen, I believe that they believe the rhetoric, but I believe other people realize that there's an angle to make money, and they use these angles, and they don't care what it affects, and they don't care what they have to spread to do it, and they will spread it. You said it was Michael Sean TOLs, and it's not that. That was going to be the new one. I was going to say we could just make one. But if there's one that's already over there, there's one that's on.
Go find TOLs with TOLs 5313, and then
wait. Which one is it, Jay? Which one is
that one? It's TOL. It says TOLs, but then when you go, it looks just like that. There's a picture of us, and then I noticed the handle says at TOLs 5313 view channel.
Who? Why did we put at TOLs 5113?
Because you with Fred Hampton back in the day. I don't know, Mike. This is old. This is probably when we was first getting into YouTube.
Well, we'll see how long we can hang on.
Look, if we get shut down.
You know what's crazy? You know, they said there were like 500 people out there, at least, or 1,000 people watching the situation with Charlie, right?
Right.
Where are all the angles? I've seen fights at a high school where I've seen more angles of the fight than I've seen of this situation. And at the high school, there might have been 10 people watching the fight.
Well, I mean,
I've seen about 3 angles from an event that had over 1,000 people at it and had news cameras and streaming. I'll ask you another question. Have any of you seen the footage after that keeps going? All I see is right before, when it happens, he leans. I don't even see him fall or they catch him or drag him off the stage or anything. Have y'all seen any of the after footage? Especially at the time we were trying to find out who did it. We needed all the information we could. So you figure people would be posting things. Have y'all seen any of the footage after the 5 seconds after it happens? They showed the most gruesome part with the blood, so there's no reason to cut it off after that, but it always cuts off. Have y'all seen him get rushed off the stage? Do we know if the person who did the hat or did the arm grab him, or did somebody else come to help? Do we know any of that?
We don't.
This is odd. Then his wife starts laughing in the press conference and smile. I'm gonna give you a video.
She said it ain't over. She about to carry this man torch.
Man, cave Neanderthal, shut up.
They said it ain't done.
There is no carrying.
Hold up. I sent you a clip, Jay. You can start it at 140.
All right, let me see this clip.
Because if the
TOLs is the backup page.
If the audience doesn't know about a term, there's a term called duping delight. Have y'all heard about that term, duping delight? Okay, this is good then. It's called duping delight. This is a video from about 13 years ago, and it's a TED Talk, and it's called How to Spot a Liar. This woman is named Pamela Myers, right? And she has a book called Lie Spotting. Go to 148 or 147.
You said 148.
Yep, 148. How to spot someone lying. And she's going to introduce a term called duping delight.
Start up that path by accepting a core proposition. And that proposition is
1448. I'm sorry, I said
148.
My bad.
Yeah,
1448. Yeah, I saw where the dot was. I said, no, that's not the 48. 1448. Duping delight. Never forget this, because now every time somebody starts talking, especially in a tragic situation, and you see them smiling, you can be like, wait, what the hell just happened?
Now, we've talked a little bit about how to talk to someone who's lying and how to spot a lie. And as I promised, we're now going to look at what the truth looks like. And I'm going to show you two videos. Two mothers. One is lying, one is telling the truth. And these were surfaced by researcher David Matsumoto in California. And I think they're an excellent example of what the truth looks like. This mother, Diane Downs, shot her kids at close range, drove them to the hospital while they bled all over the car, claimed a scraggy-haired stranger did it. And you'll see when you see the video, she can't even pretend to be an agonizing mother. What you want to look for here is an incredible discrepancy between horrific events that she describes and her very, very cool demeanor. And if you look closely, you'll see duping delight throughout this video.
But at night, when I close my eyes, I can see Christy reaching her hand out to me while I'm driving, and the blood just keep coming out of her mouth. And that, maybe it'll fade too with time, but I don't think so. That haunts me the most.
Now I'm going to show you a video of an actual grieving mother, Erin Runyon, confronting her daughter's murderer and torturer in court. Here you're going to see no false emotion, just the authentic expression of a mother's agony.
I wrote the statement on the 3rd anniversary of the night you took my baby. And you hurt her, and you crushed her, you terrified her, until her heart stopped. And she fought, and I know she fought you. I know she looked at you with those amazing brown eyes, and you still wanted to kill her.
You can stop it right there, Jay. We know the difference.
And I never will.
But people grieve differently, though, too.
It's called duping delight, because they're so pleased that they're getting over on people that they can't contain themselves, and you'll see flashes of joy and smiles, even though you're supposed to be very sad. I sent y'all a picture, I think at least a freeze frame. Charlie Kirk's wife is smiling and smiling and smiling. Now, some people, even at funerals, they'll reminisce, they'll joke about the person. Oh, Fearless was crazy. I remember one time we was in the club, you grabbed a girl face. Like that, people do that now. People laugh, people tell jokes. But there's usually a blend of that and sincere emotion and grief. That speech by Charlie Kirk's wife, starting off talking about turning point. She said turning point like 8 times. Talk about the website. People usually talk about their husband. It was less than 48 hours after her husband was assassinated in front of the world. That is not the response. Betty Shabazz would tell you that's not the response. Coretta Scott King would tell you that's not the response. Jackie Kennedy would tell you that's not the response. Look at Jackie Kennedy in that car with her husband trying to climb all over the trunk. And you saw her on Air Force One looking all crazy when Johnson getting sworn in. She looked dazed and confused like she's from Kensington. Don't nobody look all poised, fixing their hair and smiling. It looked fake. I don't know what it was. I'm not saying she's lying. I don't know nothing. But that was a lot of smiling for your husband who had only been dead for 30 hours. But make with it what you will. Now you know what to do. When people start smiling all crazy. Yes, Robbie, I could give that video too, but you get sued for the Sandy Hook talk. But the guy who was the father, one of the people from Sandy Hook, did the same thing. I'll show you the clip. I'll send it to you.
And some will say, the words that she spoke at that press conference wasn't written by her, and she was told what she was going to say at that press conference. I don't know.
Yeah, but she handled it very well. Like normally, I couldn't read nothing you handed me if my mom just died. I'm
Absolutely
reading
not.
She read it like a pro, and she's not the public speaker. He is.
Yeah, it's a lot of mysterious.
Yeah, mysterious. Yeah, and Doc, keep us up to date with this case too. By the way, with the kid, the hunk.
No problem.
I want to know what the
Let me
campus.
play it. Let me play the clip.
Oh yeah,
That's
goodness.
One thing. I apologize. And this is actually a white woman reading it. It just happened to. I always like the contrast.
1-year-old hanging from a tree at Delta State University. ESU has canceled classes and all campus activity after the discovery of the student's body was found near the center of campus. Authorities said the 21-year-old Trey Reed of Grenadad was found hanging from a tree near the university's pickleball court. Fellow African American students are requesting to know what happened. Because I am a black student, hearing that happened to another black student, it really made me feel, it makes me feel unsafe. Another student was quoted saying, I have to walk to class and I have to walk down the track. It would be nice to know what actually happened. Student's family is begging for transparency. Please do your own research on this. Do not let them sweep anything under the rug. Enough is enough. But no further information has been given. An initial report saying that he had a broken leg, they will not back any of that information up. So what actually happens to the black student they found hanging this morning at a university campus?
Nothing.
No foul play, they said, right? No foul play.
So they want us to believe he hung himself?
They don't want. At this point, they don't even care to explain.
Yeah, the news trying to black it out. The news ain't talking. This social media, like always, like even with Zimmerman. Remember, it took us like 40 days to get Zimmerman rearrested because they didn't want to talk about it. They was finished and done with it. I sent you the clip that the person just talked about in the comments.
21 years old. 21. Oh, you sent me something else.
Yeah, this is when he said Robbie Parker allegedly lost his 6 year. Well, I'll say no allegedly. I don't want to get us in trouble. Robbie Parker lost his daughter, 6 years old, at Sandy Hook. People had an issue with the fact that he was smiling a lot before this interview, and then looked like he was an actor preparing to do a scene when he began talking. You could play it now and freeze it at 4 seconds when his teeth show.
They're getting
ready. Freeze it. Ready? Here comes. No, it's coming. Here comes. Boom.
To come to.
No, right there. Leave it for a second. Go back to where he had his teeth all out like that. 4 seconds. Let's bring it back a little bit. Because they saying that this man just right there, they saying that man just lost his 6-year-old daughter to gun violence, and people were like, "This don't really add up. It don't look like he don't look like a father of a, you got, we all got kids here. 24 to 48 hours after losing your child, that's him. Keep playing it, because watch when he gets on the mic. They say, look like he was preparing to get into character. I'm not saying he was.
So we'll listen up.
Okay. There you go again. Should we start?
Yeah. Should we start smiling?
Wait. Watch when he starts.
Yeah, you're getting into character.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
But it's almost like he thought the cameras wasn't rolling the first part. I mean, yeah, but that's crazy, right? People grieve different. Kendrick said it too. I grieve different. So I'm just saying they not like us.
Well, we're not.
I'm not accusing them of nothing. I'm just saying they're not like us.
But we're not gonna just be remiss and go on to that. We're gonna.
1-year-old hanging from a tree at Delta State University. ESU has canceled classes and all campus activity after the discovery of the student's body was found near the center of campus. Authorities said the 21-year-old Trey Reed of Grenadad was found hanging from a tree near the university's pickleball court. Fellow African American students are requesting to know what happened. Because I am a black student, hearing that happened to another black student, it really made me feel, it makes me feel unsafe. Another student was quoted saying, I have to walk to class and I have to walk down the track. It would be nice to know what actually happened. Student's family is begging for transparency. Please do your own research on this. Do not let them sweep anything under the rug.
And it would be one thing, it would be, if this hasn't happened over and over again. This happened in upstate New York. Man was found in the middle of town, hung.
Wasn't there somebody in the gym that got rolled up in the mat?
Yes, and his organs were missing.
Yeah,
right?
organs was missing and no foul play.
I'm gonna get his name right. I don't want to not say his name.
I remember that one.
Kendrick Johnson.
She was too poised for someone who just watched her husband be assassinated. Allegedly, it's been 13 years. It's been 13 years since my daughter passed on this day, and I still can't prevent my tears. Absolutely.
Unless she ain't like him. Maybe they ain't like each other. You know, maybe it was like Donald Trump burying his wife.
Wait. But Aja and our prayers go out to you, and because that type of pain is something that nobody can relate to unless they actually went through the moment. They want you to believe. They don't want you to believe your common sense.
Ever.
And when you use your common sense, they give you 7 different reasons why your common sense doesn't make any sense. You got the president of the United States filling in for his podcast. You got
Vice president. Not the president yet.
Yeah. Sorry, that's a Freudian slip.
Unless you know something, Mike. Unless you know something.
That was a Freudian slip.
That's what he
We
wants.
don't want the Secret Service coming to the job.
You got flags held at being brought down. Flags for a man who just talked a lot. And now you want to say
no military service, no government position.
Now this is the ignorance. You want to tell us no person should die because they have a different belief than you. This is the whole entire country's history of killing people because they had a different belief than you did.
Or just look different. Yeah.
That's the blueprint. It's happened here domestically. It happens here when we don't like the way leaders are running their country. We eliminate them, allegedly.
Oh, no. They've admitted to coups. We've admitted to removing leaders and regime changes. CIA got a whole list. You could Google it. CIA coups that they're admitting to. The list that they're admitting to is very, very long. They have admitted we did that. Like they've made some claims. At least 20 years later, they'll admit it. So
and when you say you shouldn't celebrate somebody's death, then why did we actually show the video of killing Osama bin Laden, and why did we celebrate it? If we're so civilized.
Hold up, Mike. You gotta keep going, keep talking.
Because if we feel as a country that it is just, we then give ourselves the okay to celebrate it. It's when you feel the killing or the murder is done it's justice. Then we celebrate it. So don't tell me that you should stop people from celebrating somebody's death. I didn't personally, but don't tell me it doesn't happen because it's a regular celebration that this country has done forever.
Drop the clip, Jay. I got you, Mike. I got you. Drop the clip. Every time they want to play like that, put it full screen and turn it all the way up. It's only 10 seconds. Start right from the beginning if you want. It's all good. Oh, I'm gonna give you an article too. You can share with the listeners. The HBCU imperative.
I gotta get out. So go ahead. You ready, Jay?
Oh yeah, play it first.
Oh, I'm sitting there playing it like y'all can see it. All right, here we go.
It's only 10 seconds. Next time they tell you, don't celebrate.
We saw he died.
Wait, bring it back, Jay. 3 seconds. 10 seconds. They were asking about
how the land of unconfirmed. Yes, we came. We saw he died. Did it have anything to do with your visit? No, I'm sure it did. But that is the land.
I'm sure it did.
Unconfirmed.
That was talking about Muammar Gaddafi.
We saw he died.
Muammar Gaddafi, who they brutalized.
I'm sure it did.
And violated him in public in different ways that I don't want to say because I don't want to get flagged. They did all that and drug his body down the street and all that. And then she said that. Said that.
And this is the common sense
factor. We saw. So they came, they saw, he died.
We celebrate when it's convenient for us. So
Right
stop trying to. I didn't celebrate this man being killed. I did not celebrate because I don't celebrate stuff like that.
He wasn't important enough.
But don't tell me I can't when, like the old drug commercial, I learned it by watching you.
I learned watching you, all right?
I learned it by watching you. You taught us to celebrate in certain deaths. You taught us to celebrate. You celebrate all the time when the propaganda fits your story. So you want to fire people for this celebratory act that it's not nothing new. They didn't create it. These people didn't create this. But once again, they want to dumb you down to the point where they want to make you feel bad for what they do. It's like the cheater cheating on you in a relationship and then saying, I can't believe you cheated on me. That's the 1 + 1 = 2.
Where you at? You at the side chick house talking some, where you at?
Where you mad because your girl ain't home while you're at the side chick's house.
Sound like you in the car. Where you going? You ain't say you going down there.
So stop your hypocrisy. It's just y'all. There are millions of people in this country who look through these. That's not civil. That's not. What type of human being are you? The type of human being that raises this flag and actually puts his hand on his heart and does a pledge to a flag that you know what they have done, are doing, the propaganda they are spreading. The flags are at half-mast for a man who said, how old do you think we need to have kids to watch an execution? What else do you need to know?
Then he said younger, right? When they said one thing, he said, yeah, I think younger.
Younger, 12 years old. They were having a conversation how a 12-year-old should be able to watch an execution of another human being.
I sent you a 1-minute clip of Joy Reid. I don't know if you saw that Joy Reid viral clip. I think she figured it out more than anybody else. Joy Reid summed it up. And, now she's not working for the companies. So now, it's like Don Lemon. Now everybody could curse. Everybody could be honest. Nobody has to.
And face that our problem is the right. Not just the actual violence that they're doing, but the way that they're grooming young people to be violent. You all want to talk about Black culture? You want to have a conversation about hip hop culture? Let us have that in the Black community. We don't need y'all for that. You need to have a conversation about what's happening to young white men. You must have a conversation with them. You must find out why they're so angry that they're picking up the guns you're letting them get, that you're making easy for them to get. And why are so many mass shootings happen? This is an actual serious conversation we need for our country. And this conversation cannot be done by Barack Obama. Y'all are not going to listen to him. It can't really be done by Bernie Sanders, although some of them listen to him. It can't be done by AOC. Jasmine Crockett can't do it. You on the right have to do it. And I don't know if there's a conservative who has the esteem of enough fellow conservatives to make that happen. Y'all ain't gonna listen to Mitt Romney. But there's got to be somebody that you guys are willing to listen to say that it's enough is enough. Why are y'all so angry? You have the White House, you have both houses of Congress, you have a Supreme Court that is completely obedient to your president. They're willing to give him unlimited power. They're willing to say that he can take SEAL Team 6 and kill anybody he wants. They were willing to affirm that. They're willing to say that ICE can racially profile anybody they want. The United States Supreme Court has said you can racially profile Latinos based on their accent or the way they look. You guys have everything you want. You have legal racial profiling. You've ended DEI. You've ended affirmative action. You get all the best jobs, even if you're not qualified. You can be a Fox Weekend host and be the Defense Department's Secretary of Defense. You can be Kash Patel and be a podcaster who wants to go to Valhalla and run the FBI, as long as you're conservative. You have everything. Why are y'all so angry? What the fuck are you angry about? You've banned all of our books. You've banned Black history. You banned the 1619 Project. You don't have to compete with women for jobs. You've chased them out of the military. You've chased them out of the senior positions in the Department of Defense. You've gotten rid of all the Black history in the museums. Museums are terrified. I have contacts that I'm talking to inside of the Interior Department, people who are running all of those spaces where you can go and see a Civil War memorial or something. The people who work in these places are terrified. They're afraid to tell the real history. The people who are working for the federal government are afraid to say the word Black. You guys have canceled Black scholarships. You're damn near, I guess, ready to get rid of HBCUs. Donald Trump just recently said they're not going to fund any minority serving institution. Y'all have gotten rid of that. You've gotten rid of help for Black kids to go to college. What more do you want? What are you so angry about? I go every so often, I go and lurk and look on X Twitter. Y'all are the maddest people ever. Y'all are so angry for people who have everything. Y'all said you want your country back. You have it. The rest of us are sitting back and trying to keep our peace and preserve our peace while you all are running the country. So this is what we need to face. And as a country, if we don't start facing it and face that our problem is the right, not just the actual violence that they're doing, but the way that they're grooming young people to be violent. You won't want to talk about Black.
Damn, she was going. You still keep going?
Yeah, that was it. She summed it up. She figured it out, and she's like, y'all got a problem that y'all got to fix. Y'all got a problem that y'all got to fix. You got everything you've ever been fighting for since the 1950s with the Goldwater and the Southern Strategy. That's what y'all wanted to do since the black codes got eradicated. You want to put black people back to the black codes and Jim Crow. Now you got it. You're banning the books. We can't get jobs. We can't serve in the military. They said try and get rid of HBCUs. And that's why I was saying the HBCU imperative. I saw this coming. I wrote an article called The HBCU Imperative by Aaron Smith. And I knew that they were going to attack the HBCUs. And I'll put it in the chat. Maybe you can put it for the people before we go. Bang, there you go. That's straight to my article. But I said every black person on the planet should support historically black colleges and universities. And I go on for pages and pages about why it's so important. And I knew they were going to attack it. And yes, if Trump doesn't fund it, we're going to have to fund it. The HBCU imperative, HBCU, the letters, how blacks can unite. HBCU, the HBCU imperative, Aaron Smith. You can just Google it. It'll come up. And I just sent Jay the link too. But if you just Google the HBCU imperative, Aaron Smith, because this is the next frontier that we got to fight on. Ain't nobody worried about Charlie. We worried about, Clark, Atlanta, and Howard, and Hampton, and Cheney, and Lincoln. That's what we worried about.
Human beings are overrated, Joe. Just gonna tell you. We ain't got enough time because we can name 100 different reasons why this is happening. There's one consistent one. I don't know what to say to you. I don't know what to say anymore. When she says the problem is the right, she
broke it down. I put both links in the chat for those.
And she makes incredible points. She makes incredible points. But the problem is this system.
Oh yeah.
But we ain't gonna live long enough to see the system collapse. I hope.
Evil is never satisfied. It's always out for blood.
Evil is never satisfied.
Never satisfied.
That's true. Even in Sinners, when they had like everybody outside, they still wanted the last couple people that was in the barn. Remember that? They had a whole gathering, whole Woodstock going on outside. They was doing a whole choreograph like Thriller with the dead people. They still wanted them last 3 or 4 people inside.
They celebrated when we got who responsible for 9/11, but did they?
I don't know, man.
Because you know that.
Yeah, we got him. Remember Rock?
No, but she's saying, but did we really? Because them buildings ain't collapsed.
Tower 7 mysteriously dropping like a moon bounce.
I will read this today. Yeah, I put it in the link.
No, thank y'all.
Read that, check and check that out. Like we keep trying to change a system that was never built for us. We keep trying to change a system that was never fundamentally made for people, black and brown people, to succeed under this system. It's been systematic.
If we didn't fight to keep it up, it wouldn't even be up right now.
It wouldn't even be up right now. And that's the mastery. That's the mastery of this devilish system that controls us. The mastery is that they got us to fight to keep the system alive.
I gotta go though.
All right, have a good one. And I gotta get out of here too.
Y'all take a picture of that. If we're not here tomorrow, it's because we got shut down. Here's a backup Takeover Legends page that we'll make active and start doing stuff there if it came down to it.
Just in case. Hopefully we won't need that, but just in case, that's the one.
This is the one.
And if you're familiar with Twitch, if you want to get on Twitch, it's the Takeover Legends. The Takeover Legends on Twitch.
On Twitch.
All right, I don't know why I'm exhausted now. That sucked the energy out of me. No pause. All right, love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. Understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in your life. Fight for your happiness. Never let anyone, anything, or any circumstance take it from you. God got me. God got us. For Michael Sean, J Block, Dr. Aaron Smith, for Sexy Mo, C Chung, Lady Q, WokeUpInspired.com. Get the merch. To Kamari, to Amani on Thursdays. Here's the thing, Kamari, Financial Rebel on Thursday. System was never made for us. We will never change this evil system. We have to change ourselves to do better and be better for each other. Have a blessed and prosperous day, everyone. Be safe. Please, yes, be safe. It's never been so true ever. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe.
Michael Sean and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap